Teddy Bear. Got a few things to set up still. Stream. Looks like I was messing around with the entities and the actual playing arena. Kill them off along with their items. Team 2 score is not updating. Lockdown. There we go. Indeed you are, Teddy. I haven't seen you before. Just a note about the game. Essentially, players use fishing rods to get the animals and other mobs into their respective bin container here. It's 4 teams, each team has a bin. I've been working on this for multiple streams now. A lot of that over there, those command blocks you see over there are initialization ones. Those 2 redstone blocks you see off the distance, thank you Red Beacon for popping in and out for me. Yeah, anyway, those 2 redstone blocks in the distance there are timers associated for help that is part of that structure over there. And this is where I think I'm going to be continuing with this minigame idea. The minigame idea title, by the way, is called Animal Fishing. Actually in 1.8 now, since it's released, I no longer have to deal with the snapshots. Or the pre-releases. Pre-releases. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. But okay. Let's see. If I run this once, what happens? Anything happen? Doesn't seem like it. Nope. Alright. We're gonna just shrink this up a few blocks by 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to shrink this up by 4. Already, and then this up by 4 as well. Maybe actually I could get away with 5. I only need to go up to here. How's that, Teddy? And hello, D-Voice. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me better, Teddy. Okay, I messed that up. No, the redstone block isn't appearing there. Why is that? Hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. That doesn't sound right. So it's 27. That should be 26. 25 should have been right there then. Weird. Should have been working. Apparently not. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you're gonna still be awake, D-Moist, or not. Otherwise, I would have messaged you over Skype. Alright, I can go ahead and get rid of these, block those from running. Looks like these last two actually did run. What are the, what are these? Silverfish counts and Slime 3 counts, huh? Scoreboard objectives. Hmm. That's right. I made the scoreboard objectives capitalized, and these are not. Villager? Hmm. Scoreboard. Let's go ahead and reinitialize this really quick. Alright, if those all get ran now, they should all go down to -1. Assuming they're not locked up with another block of some sort. No, only Undermined Villager did. Why is this? Working on a minigame concept called Animal Fishing. Right now we're working on the back end of things, trying to get this arena to actually be stable. I got all the counting and stuff done. Essentially, the minigame is about 4 teams, or up to 4 teams rather, competing to get the highest score by using a fishing rod while in their upper area here. Using a fishing rod to get the mobs from down there into their pen that is down below here. This is to be done within a certain time limit, of course. Teddy, I presently don't have a spot to donate. I really don't request donations of any kind, to be honest, but I'm actually waiting for YouTube to do their donation system rollout to everyone. They rolled it out to some people, but I'm not one of them yet. Apparently they're still testing the feature or something. Something of the sort. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, technically do have a Patreon page, but yeah. Any other questions about the minigame at all? I kind of skimmed over it. I didn't go into all the details I have, like with the command blocks and everything, but I guess the only other thing I could mention is each mob has a score associated with them. Mob scores. Mob scores are customizable through over there. So actually, let's head on over here. Let's take a look at over here. Command blocks enabled. Yes, they are. Gameplay help. Animal Fishing game rule help. Animal Fishing is a competitive minigame for up to 4 teams. The game will last for a set duration. At the end of the time, the team with the most points will win. And the team with the least amount of points will go in the pond, quote unquote. To get started, join a team. Start the game. And begin fishing. Yeah, so we got the mob scores on the one side. They are customizable. The amount of the mobs customizable as well on the other board. Are they linking with PayPal? That's good to know. I think I need to make a new account then with PayPal. That or contact them. Yeah. Might have to contact them. I believe I made a PayPal account way back when. So yeah, the mob scores are customizable. The mob counts are customizable. The time is actually customizable as well in 30-second increments. That's actually one of the features I've yet to do for the command blocks is a countdown timer for that. Right now I'm trying to work on the spawning system, so when they actually do start the game, besides the actual starting of the game portion working properly, I want to actually be able to essentially run the spawning system as its own thing. Do I? What kind of overlay? Oh. I see that now. Yeah, that was for the song title. I don't know what the heck that's about. Essentially, Teddy, to become mod for me would be stick around, you know, show your support for what I do, etc., etc., you know, try to be helpful, don't be an ass, etc. And, fix that overlay text, yeah, not sure what the heck was going on there. Figured I was ready for the stream, but, yeah, there's a few weird things going on every once in a while. It's funny because I didn't change anything with OBS, Open Broadcaster software. Is it broadcasting or broadcaster? Broadcaster. Yeah. Anywho, so a few of these did not actually get negative. Why is this? Actually, a lot of these didn't get negative. Score -1 is not in that range. Yes, that is in that range, but it shouldn't be. Alright, you should all be off now. Alright, now if I set them all to 0, run it once, they should all spawn in once, and they should all lock up. Already. Yeah, I guess I should not have used the set all. So it just spams the counts board. Yeah, that sets up a lot of them. A lot more than what I need. Alrighty. So I know that's going to work. They're going to spawn on top of those. That's something I have to address a bit later. The next thing I would actually look at is the starting sequence. And I believe this block was the starting sequence of the last stream I had. Essentially, this was to be ran. I'm not entirely sure what that is, Teddy. Yeah, this is going to be the one condition for it. It's essentially testing to see if anyone has no team, and if it does, then this triggers. Otherwise, if that doesn't trigger, then that's going to be active. How do I want to go back to this? Are there any other conditions I want to meet before starting the game? I checked to see if there's anyone having a team. Actually, reward objectives, set display, sidebar settings, was it? It is. Players, add, invalid, 1. Oh, whoops. Settings, 1. Let's see. Settings, dummy game settings. It's one of them. Name, objective. Okay, fine. So if this gets ran, it'll immediately scroll with players, set game valid setting 0. So if this was ran, apparently I'm a part of a team. Alright, so it gets ran, now it invalidates the game. So that's one condition. Afford. One does not simply afford Sony Vegas. It's like trying to afford, well, any of the like Autodesk software. It's just super expensive. Especially, what was it, $3,000 for a license last I checked for an Autodesk? I mean, obviously Sony Vegas isn't up there, but it's definitely not cheap. Let me go ahead and actually move this over so I can actually do the execution this way. Like I do with all the other command blocks, they all face this way, except for the few things I have over by the actual playing field. You know, I think that's the only thing I really have. That I have a validator for. Yeah, then this one could be, what's it test for? No, it's not test for, it's, scoreboard players. Test. Test player, game valid of settings, min max. Alrighty. So once that gets executed, if the game is still valid once this gets executed, speaking of, how's that executed? Up, right. So up gets executed first, then right. That's not good. I would want right, then up. Right, then left. That works. Let's see, what tutorial videos on setting up Sony New Vegas? Yeah, New Vegas, Vegas Pro. Yeah, there are videos out there on doing that, let alone written tutorials. I personally am not using a really high end of graphics card. It's only a GTX 660, and I'm able to record in 720p for the most part on most games. I don't know what your video card is specifically, but I haven't had a need to really record in anything higher than 720p, especially with my upload rate of crap, pretty much. Hence why the stream is only what may appear to you guys as 480p roughly. Alrighty. So if this gets executed, actually there is one thing I want to do before that player. There's set game valid settings 1. Alrighty, so that gets executed, then this. This, and this. Yeah, it's causing a false positive. Let's see, can I actually overwrite that to 0? I can. So it's right then left that gets executed? Yeah. Scoreboard player set game valid settings 1. Let's see, then this here will overwrite the block data. What is this direction? Negative X. And set its success count to 0. So that'll reset. This also needs to do that. Reset that. That's not right. Something weird's going on here. Maybe the order in which I'm doing this. See, it sets to 1, that resets the success count, this resets the success count for that, and that then just does the check, which then determines whether or not the game is valid. And then this actually checks finally to see if the game is valid. Yeah, I think the order I had was causing some sort of weird dual update. Can't say I've ever experienced that with Redstone, but since I'm messing around with the command blocks, it's possible, I guess. It's like this command block was running before this settings was actually being set, which, you know what, now I'm looking at it, yeah, that actually makes sense, because this has to take time to update. Then this gets ran, then that gets ran, then this is set to power this, so this actually gets set after that command block would be ran. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, that was an ordering issue. One tick delay for what, the comparators? That's not what I want. I want fill. I can drop down 4 on that. To 6. Place with stone. Maybe I'll move my screen just a bit so I can actually see the chat a bit better instead of having to press T and tab. Something weird's going on here though at the moment. What if I do it like this? No? Doesn't seem to change anything. That should be triggering. Why are you not triggering? Alrighty, this is confusing me. It's probably a timing issue that I'm unaware of. Not 100% sure what that is, though. Yeah, because if I manually go through these, it updates fine, but then as soon as I hit it with the command block update, it just doesn't work. Try creating a delay on the second row. It's essentially what this is now. Me shifting those over creates additional delay. Attempt to move these over further. I have to disagree there, D-Wise. Let's see, my computer originally costed me $340, something like that. That was with a old Radeon HD 5700 card that had since died out, and replaced it with the GTX 660 for $180. So taking out the $20 I spent on the Radeon HD, 340 plus 180, a little over half a grand in this PC. Nowhere near your 3 to 5K. Something is definitely weird here, though. Let me see if I can look at the block data here, and maybe there is something else being set that I'm unaware of. Let's see. So let's count as 0, so I mean, it's not being weird. Track output. What is track output? Oh, that must be the flag for actually doing the output text. Okay. Yeah, this over here is not turning on. Neither is this. What the hell is going on here? Oh, screw it. There we go. Stupidly long trigger, I guess you'd call this. So if I had it way down here. What's it do if it's way down there? So essentially it has a bunch of delay between it. Oh, Sony Vegas. Haven't had any issues with Sony Vegas. And you want to probably cut that down in like half and still have plenty. Actually, let's set that air first. Now rest of box. Still have never had any issues with cracked software or otherwise. Generally, my only issues I've ever come across is because it's my own fault for not following instructions. Generally what I run into. Still not running though. It's starting to annoy me. Ready to start running through one of my timers like this over there for it. Let's see. Indeed there are, such as Camtasia. You know what? Screw it. Gonna move these on down over here. And quickly rewrite that command. Solo players test game valid settings 1.1. And let's see, I need one of these over here. You can't really upscale video graphics. It's the same reasoning why the whole CSI like enhancing thing doesn't make any sense, because in order to do that you need the source footage to be in that quality to begin with. You can't go from a low quality and a high quality and expect it to look better. Otherwise you'd be asking for it to essentially pick out information from nothing, and it's just not possible. Regardless of what shows might tell you. Let's see, it's default off. Let's see. And the spot will this bat will be named Game Start Bat. And it's going to be changed on the other side as well. Then let's see, I need a repeater. And decide that and another command block. And let's see, this is going to be the one responsible for summoning the bat. Alright, so that should no longer be necessary. So it'll be the first one that's ran, then this. Then this. I do need a space between those, otherwise barrier blocks will power the ones adjacent to it. clear inventory. Nope, not subtractor mode. And this will be the one that does the fill. Redstone blocks, if that gets a power signal. Let's see, team 1, team 2, 3, and 4. Need a spot in here to summon them to. Not summon them, TP, teleport them. Let's see, there is a center point to these. What is that center point here? Let's see, this is along 1140. Alright, 1140, 72, 945 is team 3, aka team yellow. Let's see. $1140, 72, 890 is team 4. And this is negative 918 in this direction. So 1113, 72, negative 918 for team 1. And finally for team 2, it is what location over here? Uh, 1167, 72, 918. Apparently they left, by the way. Didn't pick up on it. Yeah, and yeah, they definitely left. And I'm not one to tolerate thinking you can upscale lower quality footage to a higher quality, because it really isn't how that works at all. Indeed. Let's see, how's my frames dropping? Less than 1%. I'm okay with this. Considering the amount of frames that get sent out, I'm okay with less than 1% getting dropped. 1167, negative 72, negative 918, that's team 1. TP at A, team 2, 11, wait. Not 1167, 1113. 1162, 772, negative 918 is team 2. Team 3. Team 40, 72, 945. And team 4. Right, and I'm not sure if you were paying attention to me talking too much, but like I brought up the CSI thing. It's not a thing. It can't be done. Let's see. Start at. let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 5? Set the redstone block. Oh, did you? I don't think I saw anything. Let's see if that executes. Oh, it would execute if I actually put some bloody items into the thing. Come on. You know, I made a hopper timer and forgot the most fundamental part of the actual hopper timer. AKA those, you know, those important comparators? Yeah. Of all the things to forget... Ah, this is redstone subblock. Okay. Let's see, that needs to go back 2 more in the positive X direction. Alrighty, so that gets executed. So, it determined I was... Huh? It ran this, but then like it's not actually running it. Block data, what are you? Starter ball. So sus count name teamless. Sus count 1. Scoreboard objectives. Set display, sidebar, starter off. That is indeed the thing that I do. Hey, if he wants to donate, it's not my problem. Alrighty, this should run properly now. I'd believe it once I saw it. it validates it. It doesn't actually reset the thing that I need to reset. What command blocks are you talking about? The team names are lowercase. It's uppercase in the scoreboard for what objectives? Remember, the scoreboard objectives and the team names are unrelated to some extent. No, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what you're talking about.
I think this will be easier than trying to type to you. Alright, in the second command block, right there with the comparator at it,
First comparator or second comparator?
the one that you just copy and pasted, it has...
I've done both, so first or second comparator. I want to mute the stream.
Delay some reason. I'm going to. Sorry about that. That comparator right there, the one that's going into the command.
The one that's test foring the team blanks?
Yeah. Try uppercasing the 2. See if that resolves it.
Try uppercasing the 2?
The T. The T. T.
Oh, you mean there. No, that's, yeah. It's lowercase, it's one of the, selector arguments.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. It was just a thought. I was looking at your stuff. I don't know if they'll fix it or not. I just figured it was worth a try.
Yeah, there's no real good way to, like, reset the test fours or the test scoreboard command, which is why I had those 2 command blocks prior to each one before that set the success count to 0. And it seemed to have reset them, but apparently when I moved this system to a different setup, because I was having that weird order issue, or I really don't even know.
Delay issues what it looked like.
So it's what it did look like, but I'm not 100% sure. Essentially, though, what I'm doing is essentially the same thing now, but re-adding those resets. And that does seem to work now. Doesn't seem to be an issue.
Yeah. That's good. Well, I was just making a suggestion. So I figured it'd be easier to explain it to you this way.
What do you think of my timer system, by the way? for a slow execution of command blocks.
Well, it works. That's what's really important.
Yeah.
And it seems to be creating enough delay. That's what I initially thought was the problem, was the delay, and it seems to create quite a bit of delay, so that's good for starters.
Let's see, does that break my system? It does not. Let's see, that needs to go
so good.
back another block? 2 blocks.
Yeah, 2 blocks.
And then this air needs to go back. Let's see, it's 5 there, 6, 7. Looks like. So if I was to hit that there, it should clear that and lock the timer. It does. Alrighty. Yeah, I actually came up with this method 2 streams ago for doing things. Originally came up with it for the information for the game help and options help text, because I didn't want to have like a large block of text just spamming the user's chat. So yeah.
Well, you could also set the display to be off as well.
Well, I do the in-game chat in the actual text. So the whole point of it.
No, I thought it's just background stuff. So if it's just background stuff, then you could just have it to hide the log, the command block log, so no one would see it. Just
Oh no, that's
the
just
command to set the display off.
yeah, that's already done. That's I think one of the very first things I do over here in the game rules section. Yeah, I have a whole section here for initialization and a bunch of other bull crap. Like I have probably about 100 command blocks in that line, easy. That does initialization things.
Well, we picked up a veer and lost a veer.
Eh. These streams also get thrown up on YouTube when I get a chance, so, I mean, it's like, if someone did miss it and they wanted to see it, it'll be available to them whenever I get a chance to render and get a bit of free time uploading.
So, I reckon they'll see me being a derp and me saying that. Inception.
Let's see. Trying to think of other cases where I would want the game to fail to start.
I guess if,
Well, I can actually think of a lot of cases in terms of, like, mob scores being negative or mob counts being negative.
well, probably one of the main things is, if someone, like, you may have this set up already, is if someone, like a 5-second delay if someone, like, unreadies or something like that, so the game won't start immediately. So that they have time to ready up. For whatever particular reason.
Technically impossible. Once the start game button has been hit, there is no option to disable it. There's also no option to not join a team. You won't be joining a team once you first enter the game, but then as soon as you click on one of these signs, you are part of that team, and you're part of that team forever. You cannot unjoin that team unless you specifically run a command to unjoin a team.
Well, that should be an option, shouldn't it?
To unjoin a team?
Yeah, well, if you change your mind, what if I say I want to...
you can switch between the teams, but you can't unjoin all teams.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I thought you were saying once you, like, pick blue, you were blue.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, if you join a team, you can't become teamless.
Well, you technically could. You could go into spectator mode.
That's another team, actually. I actually have accounted for spectators. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
1, 2, 3, 4. Random team, and then join spectators. It's a spectator team. Already accounted for.
Alright. So, woof, woof. Wow. I guess that covers that.
Damn it, I'm
I
like
was
Vex a
just
lot.
making sure. Well, I don't know what all you had worked on, so I was just.
Well, I'm saying I'm like Vex because I'm jumping around command blocks as we talk.
Oh, it's fine.
But I guess it's more of like a Vex and like Seth thing, I guess.
Yeah, Seth does a lot, dude.
Anyway.
Hopping around stuff.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
Well, the way I intend on doing this, this game valid thing, like once that actually does get executed, I mean I could fill in a bunch of things between here. Once that does get executed, that's going to just run a command line, redstone line down and execute a bunch of commands, preferably in the right order. That will move the teams to their correct location and stuff like that.
Alright. Let's say, for instance, a team is playing a game and someone, let's say, their Minecraft crashes, whatever. Is that accounted for already? To remove that team from the...
Say that again?
Alright, say for instance if, like, you have 4 teams, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that, there's one person on each team, and they're doing, the game. And let's say when the person, like, closes their Minecraft, or their Minecraft crashes, or something like that, do you have it implemented to where, it will account for that, or is it just high score wins and it doesn't matter even if they do leave?
It's high scores wins. I that would just to me that's just needless checking.
Okay.
I mean, generally, if you're in a mini game like this, you know the people.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
If this minigame gets popular enough to actually be part of servers where you play with a bunch of people you have no idea of, I'd be very surprised. Especially considering how simple the concept is.
Well, I get what you're saying. I just was having crazy ideas. I'm that way though. Let's face it. What if? You do have a thing put in place to where if the mobs don't spawn correctly, it has a fail-safe, correct?
No, because they won't fail.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. It won't fail, and I won't have to fail check. Granted, the spawning system definitely does have to get moved to a different spot, so I can have them all spawn in a room and then push them into the arena through spread players.
Well, I'm just covering stuff. I was seeing that he's having problems with it.
I was having issues with...
Said that.
Yeah, I was having issues with the comparators. I originally set that up for a different spawning system that wasn't customizable. But since I had added the customization of changing the amount of mobs that spawn, I had to go from an incremental system to a decremental system, and that kind of messed up the logic over there. so I had to rethink some of that. I don't think I don't.
More convenient to do with spawners instead.
No, because I don't want to bother trying to control the amount of spawns those can get. Those are a bit more pain to limit the number of mobs they can spawn.
Well, you were saying that you would need to mass produce mobs. That's the reason well, go ham with the spawner.
Plus, those are a bit harder to
Zombies
actually make it
versus
customizable.
I was just making suggestions.
I mean, right now, the way I have this set up is if you want 1,000 chickens to spawn in the game arena, you can have 1,000 chickens spawn in the game arena. I don't know why you would want 1,000 chickens in the arena, because that's too much clicking, but I mean...
Why not? Why not? What if I want 1,000 chickens?
Well, not to mention, chickens are worth 7 points, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see... No, chickens are worth 5. Okay, it's the Endermite and Silverfish that are worth 7.
Nah, I'm just going over what you've done so far. More or less, I'm just kind of catching up. I'm sorry if I'm making this more difficult for you.
No, it's fine. Actually, I do have the August 11th stream up entirely, and most of August 12th. I have like a segment of video for the August 12th stream that's not up because it didn't want to be opened by Sony Vegas. So I gotta re-encode that into some other format so we can actually freaking open it. I'm thinking OBS kind of saved it weird and it just didn't want to behave. The August 12th stream was actually like 7 hours long, by the way, so...
I guess this would be a real highlight in your videos, me asking you stupid questions. Yay! Oh well.
Let's see, what's the other thing I want to do besides teleport them? Oh, give them all an item, aka fishing rod. I want to give it to everyone that's not a part of spectators.
You also wanted to have breaking and
Nope.
or is it or you just want to give them limited fish?
I'm going to make a unbreakable tag on it, meaning it'll never break, ever, in the history of ever.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. It works. I just think.
Let's see. You know what else takes a very, very long time to break? Unbreakable.
Yeah.
As in, it'll never be broken.
Yeah. Waffle lava.
It's still not broken. Primarily because there's no lava on this map. I'm catering to some stupidity, kind of, in the minigame, but I'm not catering to people that are doing things to break the map.
Well, if nothing else, this will be entertaining. This tidbit, you'll probably delete it, but oh well.
I've yet to delete any segment of the previous streams, so why start now? Granted, the videos are in like 30-minute segments, and I didn't really look at where I cut some of them, so they might be like half a sentence in and be like, cut.
It's like,
Whoa, what?
cut it. It's like, cut it, run it, we're good.
Oh, I apparently joined Team 4 at some point.
You totally did. Oh yeah, you
Yeah, I
did.
did.
He was showing me how the teams work.
Yeah. It teleported me. I'm like, wait. Oh, so I got Team 4 and Team 3 mixed up. Apparently Team 4 is, yellow? Yeah, Team 4 is yellow. Team 3 is green. I apparently messed that up, so I gotta change those values on over. Let's see, I did 1, 2, 3.
Change the colors around. That would be easier.
No, actually, I wouldn't. For me to change the colors, I would have to change the join team signs along with the join random command blocks, which, oh, they're over here now. Yeah, there'd be a lot more changing to do than just flipping those two command blocks. I actually did my randomizer pretty interestingly. It's not a true randomizer, it is literally a pseudo randomizer that has a pattern to it. Let's see if I actually start this up again.
Oh, that reminds me, do you have a way for, like, random teams to be picked? Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
telling me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the user clicks on the sign. Yeah, and if you hold down the right click on the sign, you can see the pattern of 11432, 11432. But I mean, if you're doing that, why even bother with the sign? But like, if you right click at any given moment, it could be any number of those. I mean, the way I got it is the command blocks are essentially shifting a clock, and I had to add one additional little cycle to that clock, simply because apparently 4 is the perfect timing for it to literally loop in on itself, and if you held down the right mouse button, you would get the same team over and over and over again.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I added the one clock offset, and it seemed to fix that.
Anything else might be viable?
I-
So you got a randomizer. You've got team selection. You've got the fishing rods. You've got the point system set up. Do you have the scores for the teams as a whole, or the individuals?
If you saw those command blocks next to the walls, briefly, like the ones that were actually next to the red wall, next to the spawning ones,
Yeah.
those are the ones responsible for calculating the team's score.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are not fun to set up, by the way.
You just kind of flew by them, so I didn't.
Yeah, there was a lot I didn't go over. I was just trying to get the overall idea of the minigame, rather than like going into detail of everything I've done. But, I mean, I did say if there's any other questions, I mean...
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm backtracking. I was just trying to help us all.
There is one other thing I want to do this stream. Need a button, need a sign. Special thanks to... I got a couple of people that have actually helped me quite a bit on this, so... Let's see, those names were on this side on a sign? No, they weren't. Where are they? I know one of them. Here it is. The Nat and Cyborg Alien. One of them was unable to join us simply because it is the weekday and they have school. And me streaming at, 11:30 at night does not help them any. Let's see, color red. Do I want color red? Yeah, sure, let's go with color red. And the other one, I have no idea where the hell he is. So, yeah. It's the Nat and Cyborg Alien that I wanted to thank. They've both helped me out with this. And of course I run out of space and bloody chat line.
I just love that.
next new line. I should probably mention that these are Twitch usernames. There we go. There we go.
Think black. Forgot black. Fashion things to black. I apologize.
The NAT, by the way, helped me figure out how to count the entities in the box, and Cyborg's just kind of helped me in general with thought process. Well, that is how inside jokes start, so, I mean... Speaking of, is this actually going to run again? Like, is this start game sequence going to run again? Since I'm technically still on a team?
That's a good question.
No, it did not. Now, it might be because I didn't have it set up to replace, but... speaking of replacing, fairly sure I could actually kick that timer up a notch. Yeah, no, that just isn't working any. So that means I would need to duplicate the command block, put it over to here. Negative, or invert the numbers, if you will. And set that to error, or stone, or something, and then that should work. It would work if I actually toggled it once, you know, to actually clear the previous frickin' blocks. Me. Oh, yeah, that worked. Wait, was I actually on Team 1 now? Yeah, I am on Team 1. Let's see. Oh, over there. Lost my bearings briefly. You know the TP command actually allows you to do the pitch and yaw? Is that the proper terms for them? Is it pitch and yaw?
Yeah, I believe so. Sounds right. I mean, I was pitched in something else. I don't remember
I want to say it's yaw, but I've never really been too sure. Hell, the TP command just calls it Y rotation and X rotation, so... Let's see, so rotate to that. Negative 90 and 0 for Team 1. Then I'm assuming it's 0, 0 for Team 4? Team 4... Then positive 90, 0 for Team 2.
So is it, how many points can you get in a certain amount of time, or is it a total amount of points?
There's going to be a time limiting factor as well.
Is there going to be a toggle option where you can set it to, like,
Be
let's set the game
3,000 minutes or 3 seconds? Yes. So they're actually on the other wall already.
Alright.
The wall I added the special thanks to. Yeah, it's on the opposite side. I have it in 30-second durations though. I can always add more buttons to be a bit more finer, but figured 30 seconds were good enough.
Yeah.
And I have it.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I have it default to 5 minutes. So I mean, it feels like 5 minutes should be more than enough time for a minigame. That said, I'm not entirely sure, considering I haven't actually tested this with a large group of people at all, so, I mean...
It really depends
let's see.
playing a bunch of mini games or just one, because 30 minutes is probably ideal for just one mini game if you're doing it for a full video.
Let's see. Team 3. Team 3 is what? Green? Green.
But
So that'll be
I would say
180.
that 30 minutes would probably be the maximum they would give that option.
Well, they can go over it right now if they really wanted to. Yes, me. The opposite of 180 is negative 180. That makes total sense when you're talking about degrees.
I guess you'll get the crickets too. Sorry if you hear them chirping in the background.
Just a bit. I don't expect this stream to be long today, by the way. Tired as hell.
So,
I
I just figured I'd hang out with you.
I intended to stream last night, but I ended up falling asleep a couple hours before I was supposed to stream, and didn't wake up until like 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to freaking stream last night. Fell asleep before I did. So this is more or less the makeup stream, and I'm still tired as hell.
Well, if nothing else, I'm making you very, very unproductive.
Me being tired is doing that.
We just gonna hang out and chat. Hey, at least be going stir crazy by having no one to talk to. And I'm sure your viewers won't mind too much. Just
I'm surprisingly getting used to talking to myself recording a bunch of videos. I mean, I'm already up to like 99 videos on YouTube now, so I mean, a lot of those
well, it's
are me talking to myself, in essence.
well, what I'm saying is always nice to talk to. So I guess if nothing else, I could provide you with that. Just someone to talk to.
And yeah, definitely setting the command block's success count to 0 does more or less reset it. There is one other thing I need to do. Sidebar. Sort of off. Yeah, that whole thing can actually just be removed. I don't know what my original thought was with that, but it's no longer necessary. Do I even did I even set up an initializer for that? That might have been at the end of the previous stream. It probably was at the end of the previous stream, because I remember kind of working on the starting up system, which is why that one command block was just sitting there, the one for checking to see if the teams were all accounted for. Or rather, if everyone had a team. How are my frames at, by the way?
You're doing. It seems to be coming across pretty good.
A little higher than I would like to be, but
You seem to be streaming about 480p.
yeah, that's about what my quality is going to be. Honestly, that's kind of my expected quality. With my internet speed, considering it takes me 7 hours to upload, you know.
Yeah. Which isn't horrible.
No, it's not. I mean, I'm able to record in 720p, so I mean, like, me streaming in a setting below that shouldn't be too bad for most people. Oh, right, I have my middle mouse button as my push to talk or toggle mute for Skype. And now you can't hear me. And now you can. And now you can't. Now you can. Now you can't. And you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
Yep, up out. I guess if nothing else, I'd be the voice that's like asking all the dumb questions. I was just more listening, trying to catch up on what's going on. See what you had set up so far.
Well, the first couple streams that I have uploaded now, they pretty much go over the core concepts of what I wanted to do. I don't know how much footage you actually would want to look through, but it's there.
I was gonna watch them, but I kind of just messed with the stream and stuff. Got out with it. So. That's a different story for a different day.
Something tells me I can probably change the distance on this to not just spam all over the place out there.
Are the teams locked into the color? Like, say for instance, you're on Team Red, could you get stuff on Team Yellow and accidentally give Team Yellow points?
With this arena setup, you can actually steal mobs from enemies' pits. It's not easy to do so, but it's possible. But there's no way for you to like pull mobs out of your own pit.
No, what I'm saying is, like, say for instance, okay, that's good. And with that border there'd be no PvP, so that wouldn't make sense. That was my next question.
Yeah, I tried.
Because it would be very tempting to just go kill someone, beat someone with a fishing pole.
Well, the other thing is everyone's going to be invulnerable to damage. So, like, it's not going to be doable.
It'd still be fun. Oh, so I guess that would also cover this. You like fishing someone out of their
Yeah, it won't be possible.
kind of area. That ain't completely not a dumb question.
At least that's my end intention is. Whether or not I can actually make it happen is another story. Oh, I'm replacing redstone blocks with redstone blocks. Go me! I was like, okay, that ran, now it should have ran that, and now it's doing nothing. What? That's not how command blocks work.
Need to replace it with barrel,
It's actually better to replace with stone, by the way. But I mean, for something that is very brief like this, it's not going to affect performance too much. Whereas this randomizer over here, that's constantly running, would affect performance, even though it's just redstone and stone.
I don't know, I kind of like the cleanness of air. That makes any sense.
Well, the issue with the air is that then it causes lighting updates and blah blah blah.
So, no matter how you skin a duck, you'll still get duck.
Yeah, pretty much if it does more than sit there and look pretty, it can be a pain in the ass, more or less. I'm actually getting quite a few FPS right now, though. I'm over 200. I think I'm averaging about 210.
That's good. Well, they did a complete overhaul on that stuff.
Yeah, the multi-threading, chunk loading, then the AI being multi-threaded. It's So much nicer.
I ran a test world the other day and I was getting around 220 frames. Nice.
Let's see. I said it does the right first, then left, right? Earlier?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
right and left.
Alrighty. This is one of those times where I actually have... Well, let's find out. Does my inventory get cleared then I'm given a fishing rod? Yes, it is. If not, I would have been given a fishing rod, then my inventory would have cleared, I would have had nothing. So it's right then left. One of these startup things is I'm going to clear everyone's inventory and then give non-spectators a fishing rod. One of the other things I have yet to do, though, in this is actually move the spectators to a location. I don't know where to put them. They don't have a team location. They don't...
About the arena, like, have like a, kind of like a border, for them to sit in, like a border above the arena.
I will actually be giving them the spectator game mode. So they won't be a visual issue or entity issue at all.
Okay.
So they don't need to be limited to an area.
Well, you still could TP them right there.
What is this? 1140 something 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 something. 1140
Sorry.
80 negative 19 918.
I'm still used to old redstone.
Old redstone being what exactly?
TPing to a person to class and looking at them and stuff.
To be at a team spectators to blah.
And that's really not that old of redstone, but you know what I'm saying.
Rotation. Wait. So why rotation first? It is.
Yes, it is.
That's weird considering the debug screen gives you X first. Or does it? I guess maybe it doesn't.
No, I guess you are first. Yeah, I guess you are first.
That's interesting. Especially considering Y is up and down. Huh. There's got to be some technical reasoning behind all that, but like I said, I don't remember the difference between pitch and yaw and roll and who knows what else. Roll? Say I'm looking out right now, but then now take the same shot and rotate it 45 degrees.
Yeah, I said that's what roll is.
Oh.
Because you're just rotating yourself. I say like this to everything.
See me rollin', they hate it. If you actually see the stream, that'll be a little more better.
Some young people are going to get their reference.
Whatever. Can't please everyone. Sorry. Is there anything else in the startup I want to do?
Spectators,
Spectators, team 1 to 4, clearing inventory, fishing rod. That's about it. The other thing I would have to do is send off a signal to do the spawning system. That's about it. Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah, because I'm part of the team. It gets sent in there. Yeah. That'll be it. To do this then. Set the spawning, finish off the spawns, push them into the arena, and the game should begin. And then do the timer, or the timer system. And I finally just removed the startup auth objective scoreboard. Scoreboard objective? Objective scoreboard. The scoreboard is very objective in terms of the startup authentications. Flipping the words around. Do what I want. Alrighty, I think I'm going to call it a stream though. It's been an hour and a half, a little over. Which I think is what I would want to do for a minimum for stream time anyway. Yeah, depending on how I feel, I might do this again tomorrow. Alright.
And provide quality entertainment for the masses.
I do want to get this finished up, but as much as I want to finish it up tonight, I'm just too tired and can't really think of everything logically at the moment. Hell, I'm jumping around command blocks right now.
I'm talking about random stuff that has nothing to do with what you're doing, so...
Right?
So good.
Alrighty. Gonna end the stream now then.
So